Hello and welcome to Galactic Developments. Galactic Developments is a history of the future told in many events on a common timeline. Year 2478. Big raid in the asteroid belt. Report of a police raid by Norden Estish, commanding officer of the SWAT division at the Iris Cloning Enforcement Agency, Iris City. Our target was an old refueling station on asteroid 14387. The station had been abandoned 15 years ago if the available data is to be believed. At least that was the last recorded refueling. After that there have been no more registered visits. Statistical traffic analysis and other indirect evidence indicated that 14387 was operating as an illegal manufacturing facility. Investigations last year related to a final homicide at Vesta Prime were along the same lines. This particular operation came about after an illegal warehouse of bioroids was busted on Vesta Prime. The flight data acquired in the process contained indirect hints at the immediate vicinity of 14387. We approached the target in the radar shadow of asteroid 56288. For the last light second we had to leave the shadow to advance to 14387. We spent 3 hours at 1.5 G until we reached target 0-2000 clicks. The trajectory was planned so that we would approach the target on the far side of the supposed base. For that we had reviewed the old backups of the operating company. Yet, the data did not tell us that new sensor platforms covered the sky of the asteroid almost completely, with an effective normalized coverage of 3.5 pi. We didn't find that out until it was too late. Anyway, at 100 clicks distance, we sent 3 short-range reconnaissance probes. They moved into their orbits and began active operations 3 minutes before we arrived. 2 of them were caught immediately. The third at least sent us a scan before it was neutralized. So we were warned. But so were they. It was also clear that they had had enough time to organize their defenses. No surprise effect then. But after brief consultation with the other section leaders, I decided to continue the mission anyway. I ordered to fire at the defensive positions with targeting data based on the single orbital scan. This attack was conducted by the AKV offensive drones and the shuttle's launchers. Then we sent down a platoon of melee combat drones. Unfortunately, one of the 2 shuttles was shot down on approach. The second dropped its drones, getting hit after takeoff. As the platoon met with strong resistance from automatic guns, we had to abandon it and neutralize the ground defenses with the AKV. Then 3 shuttles dropped a full company of our combat drones. The drones entered the complex under weak defensive fire, followed by 9 contact specialists in battle armor from 3 directions. One of the SWAT teams picked up the only human in the complex. Her name was Alaya Zucker. She killed herself before she could be immobilized. Zucker's brain was too badly damaged for ghosting, but our InfoWar guys were more successful. After the infiltrators gained us access, we were able to capture 3 AIs. One AI named Haratani's Indata Vilmuth, who apparently was leading the operation, contained valuable information about the syndicate's structures and distribution networks. Zucker, the woman, was presumably only serving in a subordinate capacity. We found production facilities for bioroids and also several drug synthesizers, mainly Pitcho and Darkstar derivatives. The bioroids were in various stages of production, from cell cultures of tissues to full-grown adults. Some were sitting in the programmers when the contact units entered. The whole thing looked like a production line running at full capacity. Unfortunately, 15 bioroids suffered explosive decompression when the second wave of drones broke open the access. We were able to rescue 22 bioroids. Of these, 10 were for various service functions, C-lab analysis, and the rest were apparently pleasure models. Overall, the mission can be considered a success. The high drone losses are to be regretted. This was due to incomplete data. There were no serious personal injuries. We could capture several suspected rogue AIs in senior positions. The main objective, stopping illegal bioroid production, was achieved. A list of material used and personnel involved. Material used: 3 personnel carriers, 5 transporters for equipment, 180 combat drones, a 1-to-3 Defender-Enforcer mix in 2 companies, 4 Vestigo short-range reconnaissance probes, 1.dev 3K missile defense system, 2 AKV offensive units, 3 EM platforms, 6 shuttles, 3 short-range missile launchers, 16 battle armor, 2 medbots and 1 autodock. Personnel: 3 in the mission command team, 5 drone operators, 6 combat unit crew, 9 armored contact personnel in 3 SWAT teams, 2 medics, 2 info penetration specialists and 3 info analysts. Equipment damage: Vestigo probes, 3 total losses, 2 shuttles lost, 72 drones lost and 12 damaged. Battle armor total loss: 2 and 5 damaged. Personal injuries: 3 persons with minor injuries. This was Galactic Developments, year 2478. I am a physicist and I have always been interested in history. That's a good combination for the history of the future. I want to stay as close as possible to reality. Above all, this applies to technology, which should be scientifically sound, or at least reasonably explainable. But it also applies to social and economic developments. If you think that I have presented something unrealistically, write me in the comments. Or, if I've raised more questions than I've answered, please also ask me in the comments. If you like the video, please hit the like button. If you subscribe and click the bell icon, you'll be notified of new episodes. Of course, sharing on social media would be nice. More events from the future can be found at galactic-developments.com. If you have a futuristic topic you'd like me to discuss, drop me a line. If you want to use an idea or add something yourself, feel free to do so. There are already hundreds of events, but I would love to read other stories from this future. Write me if I can help. The future starts now.